in vindication of what you're saying. Switching tracks, I looked at the financial profile. So two things to stand out. Looking at numbers between 1996 and 2009, that's the period that you've been at the helm. One thing which probably is lost on many people is that as you came into business and into authority, you had to do, and you chose to do, something which others don't do. You actually reduced the base. You got out of MRPL, and there was a significant investment in seawater magnesia project at that point of time. And when you took both out, it meant that you reduced the base. And so when I give you some statistics, I wanted to make it a level playing field, because this is not not always known and recognized. But given that, what we find is that the market cap has done better than Sensex. So market cap has grown by about 15% compounded over this period. And assets have grown around 23-odd%. Sales have grown around 25, 26%. So we see that market cap is lagged behind. And so how do you look at the financial performance? The stock market is rather unimaginative, and we think only in terms of market cap, but we know that market cap can swing dramatically over periods of time. And you're a chartered accountant. You went to one of the best business schools. So I'm sure you use the same standards as the people on the street in evaluation.
Couple of things. I think that market cap is obviously a product of the kind of businesses that you're in. And, we even fundamentally now are to a large extent in manufacturing businesses. That's been our forte. I think that there's a lot of value creation to be done there. We have a track record of running those businesses successfully. There's huge opportunity for growth in those businesses. So although it means lower PEs and lower market capitalization, I didn't see the reason, and I don't see the reason for us vacating that space, because we're very comfortably poised to take advantages of all the opportunities that we have in those businesses. But what we have done over the years is that we have tried to create a mix in terms of the portfolio of the group. We have tried to balance it out by having, on the one hand, asset-light businesses, on the other hand, more asset-intensive, which is the more manufacturing kind of businesses. Again, on the one hand, value businesses, as we call them, which are the slower-growing, more mature businesses, and the newer age businesses, which is, say, for example, telecom or financial services. So we have tried to create a portfolio mix at the group level, which is perhaps more a mix of the newer age and the more traditional businesses. Having said that, I think that that is the reason why market cap perhaps has lagged behind, because of being in the so-called traditional manufacturing businesses. And I think too, we can be fortunate to the extent that our focus has been more on cash than on market cap. I don't think that that's not a confession, in the sense that we have not done things that work well for market cap. I think that everything we have done keeping in mind what we believe is the best thing for the companies. But I think the whole orientation towards market cap has been more in the last 5 years. As a business house, we've been very focused on cash. There is a dichotomy, there is a balancing act to be done. So, for example, our insurance business today would be hugely valued, but it's still to break even, like most other insurance companies in the country. So that's the trade-off that one needs to make. And what we have done, like I was saying, is to create a basket of businesses at a group level, whilst having focused companies as legal entities. This basket comprises of both kinds of businesses. Those that perhaps on the cash front are yet to break even, but command huge valuations because of the business cycle that they are in, and others which are far more cash rich, huge free cash flows, but their valuations are much lower on account of lower growth in those sectors.
Interestingly, I don't know whether you like to comment on it, but when your market cap behaves in a certain manner, it also measures your wealth in a certain manner. And it's very interesting to see. I know you are not the number conscious person, but it's very interesting to see that I know the Birlas were known for their cash flow or cash flow management, the Parta system, etc. And you are trying to balance it. So we'll leave it at that. And moving on, to talk about some of the things that you said of asset-intense businesses, new businesses, old businesses, you brought about a very dramatic change, a change that would make any business house proud, and particularly the fact that you were very young, you were inexperienced yourself, and you did it. You not only changed the color of the conglomerate, you kept the conglomerate structure as you explained, but you changed even the management styles. You brought in outside managers. So that story is rather well known. What I want to ask you is, what was your inspiration? Were there any guides and any gurus? And what drove that conviction to do that?
No, I think there were no guides and gurus at that point in time, but I think a sound educational base and the fact that I had interned with my father for about 5-6 years. I was looking after some businesses for